We had gotten into touch with some resources, and then we were able to get our hands on a phone. And from there, I just sent her a text as the phone was about to die, letting her know that we're okay. We were out here at the library downtown, and we'll call her in the morning because, I wasn't expecting anything to be like this. So we just let her know that. She immediately called and, said that she was here and that she'd been looking for us, and we went from there.
Was she overjoyed? Or what?
I don't think she knew what to feel at that moment, but it was a lot of tears, but definitely happy that she didn't have to see the worst happen. So
I was just sitting there and I got a text and I saw it. It just said, "Hey Mama, it's Tasia," and honestly didn't even read the rest of it. I just hit dial and called her and told her we were here, and she was just in shock like I was, but she told us where they were, and we hopped in the car and drove straight to her and just brought her back with us and went from there. I mean, it was kind of crazy. There has been a lot that's happened since then. And we did ask for just a moment of privacy. I just wanted like 24 hours. I just wanted to look at her. I mean, I just wanted to see, seeing she was okay. I thought I was maybe gonna have to accept something really bad, and I just wanted a moment of peace. But immediately after, we were attacked by this podcaster on Twitter who elicited an army to say that this was all a scam. So the GoFundMe's locked down. We're now stranded here. We can't even fly ourselves home. So I'm dealing with that, but she's okay. And so I really honestly don't care. But it's been a roller coaster.
Joey's probably the reason that I am been able to be found safe. It is very tough being homeless out here, especially. I can't begin to express how many dangers there are out here, and that he's definitely the reason why I am safe and healthy. So I love Joey, we're just like family.
Okay. Well, your mom was really worried.
Of course.
She thought you might be dead. Some people thought you might be dead.
Yeah.
Why was it that you didn't get a hold of her for 4 weeks?
I mean, to be quite honest, when you're living homeless in San Diego, it's one, the sun goes down at 4:30. You don't have a clock. You don't know what time it is when you wake up, but it just feels like you have 2 hours to, be in warm weather, because your clothes we're having now, we just got these, days before my mom found us, so it's cold, we're figuring out how are we going to eat today? How are we going to just live day to day and survive? It's just, it goes and goes. And then as for why I didn't just ask a stranger to use their phone, it's just, I have a staph infection. I didn't have, I have frizzy hair naturally. I don't look presentable, especially in a place where, it's California. People look presentable all the time. And it's just, when you have an unlocked phone and you're going to give somebody your phone where they can potentially just run away with it, that's a very big and real worry out here. So when you kind of don't have that look, it's harder to actually get your hands on a phone, because I have tried.
So you tried?
Needless times, yes.
How many times did you try to call your mom?
I mean, I can't really tell you. It's count on one finger how many times, but it's just, we definitely attempted.
Okay, good.
Just like anyone else, being 20 and 25 years old, you're gonna make mistakes. You're at a vital age where you're learning every day. So we both definitely have made a lot of mistakes. He's never ever put me in any physical harm at all. We say words that hurt. And then, out here in California, I do have a domestic violence charge. I did. Because, I was having an anxiety attack. I pat him on the chest a few times, but when you say that you guys were in an argument and you even laid a finger on him, it's because of California laws, it's domestic violence. So that's nothing I'm ever going to be ashamed of. Never are my actions, whether they're meant in harm or just to give me a minute. We definitely have things to learn from, but we are open to learning. We recognize our mistakes, and we do genuinely love each other. So we're able to take any advice and handle the consequences as they come. We're learning young adults, and that's the most important part.
And I'll go to your mom here in a minute.
Yeah.
But people I've seen ask on social media, Why would you come out to San Diego to live with a recovering drug addict who is homeless? Why would you do that?
Well, one thing, Joey's recovered drugs over a long time ago. That hasn't been an issue in his life, but it is a part of his life that he knows and accepts. But he came out here to go to a rehab called Restoration Ranch, and in turn he had a seizure, which he does have time to time, but he had come down from drinking alcohol too quickly within a 24-hour period, and he wanted to get a grip. He came out here to go there, but because of the seizure, it just was determined that it wasn't a fit, so he was left homeless out here. His family isn't, they're not there to support him, an emotional aspect at this point in his life. So I was going to be homeless in Indiana either way. So stay in Indiana where it's cold, or come out to sunny San Diego. So that's what I did.
What does the future hold for you two as a couple?
I want us, obviously, to come out of this as, I want us to learn from our mistakes that we've had and we continue to make, and be the people that we know we're supposed to be, humble and respectful people. But if it comes to the point where we can't let our differences set aside, then we'll continue to be friends and go about our separate ways and work up from here.
Here's the two things on social media. The GoFundMe was a big scam to raise money. How do you respond to that?
I'm very sorry that the small percentage of people that feel that way have chose for this to be the way that they react to a happy ending. I feel that what's clear to me is that they were just determined on this ending in tragedy, and it's not going to work. But I have been honest, I've been raw, I've been awkwardly stumbling through these TV interviews. It's not my calling. I have been honest. I just wanted to find my daughter because I was terrified something had happened to her. I've been honest with everyone. I appreciate everyone's help. And I'm sorry that sorry it took us a moment to respond. We definitely wanted to give you a response and an update. When we started being attacked and we were cut off from the funds, I kind of had to transition on making sure my family was safe. So we're waiting.
If you get the funds, what are you going to do with them?
Go home. I mean, the funds everybody's looking at this amount, but understand that amount that was initially started on the donate, we flew out here. Father was here. We've been staying in hotels since. We do eat. We're not staying in 5-star hotels. We're not eating or living above our means, but this is expensive. Driving, the gas here is almost $5 a gallon. We've been driving around constantly looking for her. I mean, it's what's left we're gonna fly home with. I don't think there's going to be much left after we all get back home. We just want to go home.
Why can't you go home now?
Because we can't book tickets. All of that money hasn't yet made my account. So right now we're down to just a couple $100s, and I'm not asking for money from anyone. Please, I don't want it to be misconstrued. We're not asking for any charity. People have given and they've been more than generous, but we have to wait until GoFundMe determines that this wasn't a scam before we can even book flights or tickets of any kind to go home.
How much money have you gotten from it so far?
I believe that we've gotten, I want to say it's between $3,000 and $4,000 is all that we've had access to and been able to use.
In your receipt from it?
Right, correct.
Okay.
I will say I am absolutely more than grateful in a way that words cannot describe that I have the family that is willing to go there, because everyone does not have that family. Some people, there's a lot of people lost because they just don't care. So I am eternally grateful that my mother has the strength and the care and compassion and love for me to come and look for me when she hasn't heard from her daughter in a month. And everybody else that has stepped up for somebody they just don't know and they just want to know they're okay. So I'm more than grateful.
Okay, here's number 2 on social media, and then I'll leave social media alone. If you were staying near the library, how come you didn't see any of the missing persons flyers?
So the library was just that night, and not even that night. Within 30 minutes of getting there, first thing we did, set our stuff down, and I let my mother know that I had a phone, I'm okay. And we hadn't been downtown. I have a staph infection now that I can't get medicine for because I'm not a California resident and I can't get approved for the Medi-Cal without numerous forms of ID, which I can't get access to right now here in California. So that was just that day. Other than that, we had been staying in Chula Vista on the side of the highway where there's absolutely no people and no resources there. So
I am totally sure that you don't want to be homeless or want to stay homeless.
Of course. Absolutely not.
Joey say anything about what your plans are for the future to get off the streets and make a living?
Yes. So,
and if you could speak up because her microphone is next to you.
So our plan was, and it's the same as it was before we ran into Cheryl or before we contacted Cheryl and all this happened. The plan is we're still actively working as hard as we can in order to get out of the situation. But with the resources that we had, my ID was stolen from me the day I left that facility. My wallet, my backpack, my clothing, everything was stolen from me the first night I was out on my own. And I had nothing, and my phone was everything. And so I had to struggle on my own for a little while when Lateche came out. And then when she got here, we've been working very hard in order to get Medi-Cal, to get the free phones, to do all these things. And we finally started getting this plan into action. The moment that plan came into action, we got contact with Cheryl. And so now we have people in her community back in Indiana offering a job opportunity for me, which is well above the minimum wage out there, and an opportunity to, succeed on our own and be together. And so it looks like that's going to be the best option. As much as I do not want to go back to Indiana, I'm born and raised in California, and I enjoy being in California. But like it has always been, I have never been a danger or a harm to Lateche, and I will always put her first. And so whatever she wants to do and whatever's going to be best for us as a couple, I will do. So if that means going to Indiana and working with her father for a company, that's what I'll do.
Framer or tattoo artist?
I do both. Yeah, I'm a licensed subcontractor and a licensed tattoo artist. Yeah.
What do you want to do in Indiana?
Well, I'll be building playgrounds. Whatever it takes. Yeah.
Okay, Lateche, did you come out here to rescue him?
I never came to rescue anyone. He's a grown man. He's 25 years old. If he needs the resources, he will get them. But this is someone that I did fall in love with, and someone that I want to be able to spend my life with. And if I can come out here and being the strong person that I know I am, and he as well, that may take about a month, but we can get our resources together and work hard enough to get ourselves out of this. And with a little bit of help that we can now get back in Indiana, we'll go from there.
First of all, I want to thank everyone who has helped hang flyers. Words will never be able to express how grateful I am for all of the help and the outreach and people that have cared about her well-being and helped us. So thank you so very much. Secondly, I do want to, because I kind of hear, her speaking, I want to address anything that I have said throughout any interview since this, has started. Of course, we didn't know the facts. That was part of the problem. It was a hard situation to track them down or to follow what happened. But, me saying things like, I don't know because Joey always did contact me before, or she came out here to save him, or these were honest feelings and expressions from a mother who couldn't find her child. I'm more than happy to be wrong, especially when it means ending in a positive outcome. I'm just happy she's okay. I thank everyone sincerely, and I want everyone to know that did help and donate and supported everything in me getting out here to find her. I'm grateful for everyone who's happy that this didn't end in a tragedy, because you're the people that matter. You're the good-hearted people, and I thank you so much. And we just want to get her whatever she needs. And Joey, I'm so happy that he's not the villain, that he's, yes, I want her in a better life situation, but given the horrible situation they were in, he kept her safe. I want better for them. I can't pick and choose, but I'll do whatever I can always for my children. And I want everyone to know that I've been honest, and I appreciate you all.